What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? It's been a minute since I've done a movie corner, but I felt the need to do one on this particular movie. We're coming to the end of the year. Y'all, Thanksgiving is about to be this week. Well, it is going to be this week on Thursday. Baby, can I ask, why is it so late in the month? Girl, I remember when Thanksgiving was around the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th. Within that time period, not towards the end of the month. Okay, the last couple of days of the month. And then ain't nobody really talking about Thanksgiving the way that they used to. Like, this year has been the most non-Thanksgiving type of year, and maybe because people just like stressed out and everything. I don't know. It's just been a lot that's been going on this year. But hey, but let's just get into it. Happy Thanksgiving. If this gonna be the last time that you see me this week, happy Thanksgiving. I can't wait to go see my family. But anyway, this movie, actually, I heard somebody talk about it, and then I was at work, and my coworker, who I just don't be suspecting that be knowing a whole bunch of stuff, but he be watching a lot of stuff that I wouldn't suspect him to. And so he was like, "Did you watch this movie on Netflix called Rob Peace?" And I said, "What?" And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "You know what? For some reason, it sounds familiar because I think I heard somebody else speak about it." But then I had thought, and I said, "You know what? I do work at a library." And I remember checking in a book somebody had checked out and had out for a minute. And I was like, this is interesting. The guy was standing on the porch and it was talking about, how he came from, where he came from, went to Yale, and then he had so much going for himself, but then he came back to the hood. He came back to the streets where he was from, and he lost his life, unfortunately. And I was like, ding, 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 ding. That's where I seen this from. So I was like, it sounds familiar. I literally came across the book, read the synopsis of it. It seemed interesting enough. I did not know that they made it into a movie. Honestly, I need Netflix to do a little bit better. Okay, especially when it comes to black films, and I know they got the strong black lead or something like that account, but still, we need to have more, advertisement for some of these movies, for a lot of these movies, okay? Because this was actually a good movie. This was actually a good movie, and I really wasn't expecting it to be that way. Because sometimes I'd be like, okay, oh my God, this is boring or whatever, but it kept my attention. It was 2 hours long. And when I say it kept my attention in the sense that I wasn't expecting any negative stuff to come, even though I knew negative stuff was going to come. But I wasn't waiting for, a whole bunch of drama, a whole bunch of, stupid mess and everything. It literally was a coming of age story about this man named Rob Peace, from when he was younger, from when he was a child to when he became a young adult and unfortunately lost his life. Now, if you have not watched the movie and you plan on watching the movie, you don't want any spoilers or anything like that, I suggest you log off and come back onto something else when I get there. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to be responsible for, oh my God, you didn't spoil the movie. Well, look at the title. Look at the title. Y'all should already know. And if you have already watched the movie and you wanted to read the book too, the book is called, let me find it right quick. The book is called The Short and Tragic Life of Robert Peace. And this is what it looks like. Okay. So, y'all get into that. You can find it in your local library, or you can get it off of, where's this at? Amazon. It's only $11 paperback. But, yeah. When did he pass away? I think he was like 32 or something. Rob Peace. He was 30. May 18, 2011, at the age of 30. So sad. So sad. But we get up into the movie. First of all, we got, what is his name? How do you pronounce it? Chitil Equifor. he played in 12 Years a Slave, okay? He played in a whole bunch of other stuff. One of my movies that I do watch just to watch for comfort or whatever, he played in 2012. Okay, I can always go to that one to mention him. Let me tell you something. Chatel, let me tell you, listen, 12 Years a Slave, you are excellent. You are an excellent actor, okay? But let me just tell you this. There's one movie of you that I will not ever watch. I cannot subject myself to watch it. And that is 12 Years of a Slave, okay? I just won't. I remember tuning in, turned on the TV one time, and it was at a particular scene. I flipped through the channels and I stopped. I said, wait a minute, what's going on? Girl, Lupita was about to get beat. I said, oh, hell no. And then for some reason, I went on ahead and watched the rest of it a little bit when he got out. I said, wait a minute, let me go look this up. And you mean to tell me what? I just couldn't. No. That's up there with Fruitvale Station, because I already know how that's going to be. I know. Even though I know it's some movies that I just can't. And Fruitvale, 12 Years a Slave, because let me tell you something, that Oscar Grant situation that happened, it hurt my heart so bad when I heard about it. It was up there with the Sean Bell situation. I don't hear a lot of people talking about that these days. But before you had Trayvon Martin, before you had Michael Brown, innocent black men, young boys and men getting killed all this time, you know what I'm saying? The Freddie Grays and everything of the world. You had Sean Bell that happened. And Sean Bell was so freaking tragic and so just disgusting and vile. And I don't think anything truly happened in that case. This man went out to go celebrate his bachelor party because he was about to get married and wound up getting shot by the cops over 50 times. Innocent person. Right before he was about to get married. Then you got Fruitvale Station with the cops shooting him at the It's certain cases that I really just think about, and it just pisses me off so bad, and it makes me want to cry so bad. And I just know if I would have sat there, I would have been crying. Just, whoo, Lord have mercy. Like it's building up in me, and we get up into it. But like I'm saying, I say all that to say, sir, you are an excellent actor. Okay, moving on, and I feel like just about everybody in this movie did a good job. Mary J. Blige in this movie too. And Mary J. Blige was giving me a little bit of Monet in her talk, but in her attitude a little bit too, just slightly. She wasn't so harsh. She was softened and everything. But she also she plays mothers kind of well, but Mary J. Blige can't really act. But we gonna let that slide. And let me say something. Side note, Mary J., that album that you just put out. Okay, and that's all I gotta say about it. Cause girl, the song that was being sang at the end credits of the movie, beautiful. I don't know what happened to the album though. And I love me some Mary J. Blige. I got all her vinyls. I got everything, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, girl, what happened? But, either way, I'm still finna try to get a ticket so I can go to the tour, okay? Because that's a goal. I got to see Mary before I get up. Well, I did see Mary. I need to see a full concert. The first time I seen Mary, we was up close and personal. I was like right there here because I was at Tyler Perry house. Girl, listen, I seen the whole bunch of legends that night, okay? I was just like, oh, my God. But, yeah, that was a fun time. That was when she was still with Kendu. Girl, fuck that nigga. Anyway, let's just get up into the movie. So I talked enough to let y'all get a chance to log off, click off if you didn't look at the movie. So here we go. We're not finna be on here too long because, it's a tragic story, but it's one of hope. And it's one of those situations when I looked at it, and I am gonna go back and read the book. Actually, I'm just going ahead and buy it. Yeah, I just brought it. Go ahead. Buy it and all that stuff. Just to support it, because you have, and we see many in instances and situations where you have inner city youth or people in general that just grew up in poverty or, just the slums of the slums. And some way, somehow they make it out. But then sometimes it's something that always deter them from the dreams that they have and, bring them right back to where they were when they don't need to be. And it's also given that type of situation where the child in a family because the parents are struggling so bad, or the parents try to hide that they're struggling and that they're going through things, and they try to make it seem as if everything is okay. But of course, kids, they can see what's going on most of the time, and sometimes they just they feel the need, especially for like the older kid or the son, who they put out there that, oh, now you finna be the man of the house. No, he's still a child. Let him be the child. Okay. Sometimes we just take on that burden, and feel like we don't want to see our parents, especially our mothers, we don't want to see them struggling. So let's go out and try to do whatever we can to alleviate that pressure, and I feel like that's what he was trying to do at one particular point, and that was what his real determination was. He wanted his father to be his father and to be out living with him, just in the world, seeing everything the way that and had progressed, and be by his side with the milestones that he was going. But he was trying to hit these milestones, and his goal got, switched at a very young age, because his life kind of became all about trying to get his father out of jail. Okay, out of prison, actually, And I just wish, I don't know if he had that time to actually just have fun, and to worry about himself and to live life. And obviously he didn't. It's clear, because it was like as soon as he get a foot up, it's something that'll come and knock him down. And that's really what was going on throughout this whole movie. And it's a story that we've seen so many times. And it's unfortunate that it still goes on. And it's so relatable to a lot of people. So when we first see him, he's getting picked up by his father, who is played by Chitil. Girl, y'all know who I'm talking. Okafor. Okay? Okafor. That is not his name. Y'all know exactly who I'm talking about. But he getting picked up by his dad. And his mom, like I said, is played by Mary J. Blige. They stay with her parents. So they all living in the same house or whatever. Of course, the mom and dad is not together. His dad name is Skeet Douglas, okay? But, I believe his real name is Deshaun, because the little boy's middle name is Deshaun. And once he got in trouble, his mama told him, because everybody keep on mentioning your daddy and all the stuff that he's done and everything. So you, from now on, don't go by Deshaun. Don't go by Little Sean. You're going to go by your first name, which is Robert. Okay? So that's how we got there. Because at first I was like, now I know this is a true story. Who the hell is Deshaun and who was Sean? Where did that name come from? That's his middle name. That's his daddy's name. And basically his daddy was going to pick him up. He wanted to take him to the beach. Couldn't take him to the beach because he said the car wasn't going to go that far. So he was going to take him to the crib. Before they can even get to his house, the car stopped. It just died. So, he made a point to make him get out the car. Trying to make it seem like he passed gas in the car. It was like, you can't disrespect the man's car, pass the gas. Go ahead, stand outside. Go up there. And so he did all of this as a ruse so that he could distract him, and so his son won't see that he had a gun, that he was trying to get out for protection. Because his daddy was in the streets too. His daddy sold, drugs or whatever, had a little stuff on him that he needed to take care of that day, but he couldn't take care of it at the time because the car stopped, and he had his son and all of that. And then we also see how he was a very, very smart child. And that's the thing that I just wish that, was highlighted much, much more than it is. Like, it's highlighted to a certain extent, but I just wish it was highlighted way more about how these young kids, these black kids, I'm going to just say it like that. These black kids, especially these black boys, they be smart. They be really, really smart, okay? And he was smart, real good with the numbers and everything. And we just saw that, if he would have still been here, he would have been, I feel like he would have been a multimillionaire. For real, for real. Could have been on the cups of a billion. I like to give high hopes, but I know he could have been a multimillionaire. You know what I'm saying? He's the type of person, from looking at the movie, that could probably find his way out of anything, no matter what the cost. He's one of those people that's, I would say overthinker, over analytic. he just, once he start thinking about something, he got to go ahead and put it into action. He got to put it into action, and it just won't leave until he do something. And I'm that same type of person, and that irks me sometimes because I be like, girl, chill, 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 go ahead and do something else. But no, I got to finish doing this first, you know. But yeah, so he's going over there to his dad's house, place, an apartment. It's an older gentleman outside. He's in a wheelchair. His asthma was acting up, so he was just sitting out there, you know, letting the natural air get into his lungs. And they listen to the ball game, and you know, some of his daddy's friends and family come over, whatever. Then one of the friends come over and took the stuff that he was supposed to be, you know, doing away with, took it and distributed it for him, you know, since he got his son. Now, in the midst of this, it's a whole group of people. Everybody's having a good time, you know. Nothing's happening. You know what I'm saying? They were in a dangerous part of the city, or the neighborhood. So, you know, but still, you still have the people coming together and everything is cool. Then you see these two girls that live up in the apartment building. They come down, one talking to, they was kind of flirting with, you know, Rob's daddy. Okay. So it just didn't make sense. They didn't know each other like that, but they was flirting with each other, and you know, it didn't make sense for what happened to happen and for him to be accused of stuff. Then this other girl came up who was drunk as hell. You know, they wanted him to come with them, but he said, you know, not now, probably later, because I got my son and all this stuff or whatever. Cool. And so the little boy go back home, and next thing you know, we see that the daddy is being arrested because he's being charged with double murder. All right, double homicide for the killing of those two women that live in the building. They and reenacted and everything. You don't see it happening, but you hear it happening. You hear the gunshots, you hear the screaming and everything, and it's like, oh wow. So now he's finna go to jail for that, and he been saying that he was innocent this whole time. And he really was. He was. And, you know, as you listening, the narrator, who is the older Rob, saying at age 7, that last time that he saw his dad, at that moment, that was when his childhood ended. Because he became heavily focused on, you know, trying to find loopholes and things that the police missed to get his father out of prison, you know. And at one point, when he went to, because he went from being in a public school system to going to, I think it's called St. Benedict Catholic Boys School or whatever, a private school. And he was there, and you know, we saw how he was very, very smart, and he had his two friends with him, and they looked out for each other. And I do like the fact that they were talking about, they foster these friendships. They was looking out for each other and everything, and you know, giving encouragement when one was failing a little bit, and oh, we'll help you, you know, just a little bit more studying, we'll get your grades up and all of that. Okay, cool. We already establishing the fact that this boy is gonna grow into somebody that is super, super smart, and he's into biology, he's into science, you know what I'm saying? I mean the deep shit. Okay, molecular immunology, you know, all of this, ions, protons, neutrons, cystics, and girl, I said, because when he was up in that school, and he got accepted to Yale too, and at one point, you know, the dad is in jail. He finds a loophole, basically trying to say that they arrested him, and they had the trial too late. And they did it on purpose so that one of the main witness that could have came up there and testified, he wound up passing away. And it was the guy that was out there on his stoop who was asthmatic, the older guy. He wound up passing away within those 3 years, right? And if he would have been able to testify, it's a possibility that he wouldn't have been in jail, right? Okay. And so because of that, they was able to get him out for at least 30 days, but then they appealed it, or I should say the state appealed it, and they wound up putting him right back in jail probably like 30 days later, you know, and that was really, really messed up. And even then, like, he was a kid and he found all this stuff, you know, he had folders, he had all of the information on his father just to see what was going on, just to see, it just felt like he was the only one that really cared, you know what I'm saying? Because we see how it was when he first went to court. He had a whole bunch of people that was there for him, and plus the other people on the other side. And like he told that judge, The bitch that's telling you shit about me, I ain't never see that hoe until she came over to the crib, and she didn't even come to the crib. She came to the front of the house getting her friend. She was drunk as shit. So how the hell does she know me and how I sound? I said, I know that's right, but of course we don't want to listen to logic because everybody can lie, but he really was telling the truth. And so you see him growing up. He went from being 7 years old to it being 1990 because he was born in 1980. Because it started off in 1987, then it went to 1994 when he was in middle school at the prep. Then he went on to high school, and then he got accepted to Yale. Okay, his mama was working so many jobs, 3 jobs and everything, and it came to a point where she was telling him, what's the budget, doing the math and everything, because her check or something was getting, slashed a little bit, and he was just telling, oh, if we cut down on this and cut down on that, we should be able to be cool for this moment or whatever. But even though she just said, I got these 3 jobs to work or whatever, he wasn't the type of person that's just going to be like, okay, I'm going to let my mama go ahead and do what she got to do. He went out and made a way. Okay, him and his 2 friends, they was out there, going door to door, asking, do the neighbors want, going into particular neighborhoods. I'm pretty sure it was a white neighborhood because the neighbor that we saw, she was a white lady, asking, do you want your, can we rake your leaves off your lawn and everything, because it was fall. And she was like, sure, how much you want? $20. I was like, oh, okay. And I said, so you mean to tell me ain't get no pushback? Ain't get no pushback? Because you know how it is. If they still funny about us in 2024, I know they was a mess back in the day. Okay, 1990s? Oh, yeah, girl, they ain't give a fuck about niggas. I'm like, what? I still got to lock my door. Okay, that type of shit when you walk past. So for that white lady to just be like, sure, how much you want? For 3 little black boys, and I think that they were finna come there and rob. I said, that's interesting writing, but we gonna keep it positive. So I was okay with it. And that's what the thing, we only had one instant of outwardly like kind of, I would say racist. I don't want to say racist. Can he call it racist? Because when he went to Yale, he was trying to get into the gate, and one white guy opened up the gate, and he was like, "Yo, can you keep that gate open?" I had lost I left my card or whatever, and he was looking like, he looked real scared all of a sudden, and then he said, "Do you go here?" And it had to come for another, student to be like, yeah, he good, just open up the gate, let him come through. And he was a black student too, and he was telling, it's what happens when you be at Yale. You gotta have your card and your ID just to show that you here, okay, that you belong here because you're black, and I was like, well, interesting. And that was like one of the only real cases. Oh, it was one part where he was in the lab, and his teacher, his chemistry teacher or whatever, allowed him to be like a grad student, the grad student's PA, and associate PA or whatever. And he was in the lab after hours, and she allowed that. And this other guy and these 2 other guys came up in there, and they was basically looking at him and trying to question him, like, making it as if, oh, you the only, why are you back here? You don't belong here. That's basically what they wanted to say. And he clocked it. And he called him out on it. Okay? The subtle racism, it wasn't so overt, and that's how it is these days sometimes too. I mean, nowadays you got motherfuckers calling you niggas and all that stuff, but you have some people that do still that subtle shit. If you ain't listening too close, it'll fly under the radar, and you'll be like, wait a minute, what? Am I supposed to be offended? Yes, you are. Okay? Because they just offended you, But there's that. But then we get to the fact that he is doing his studies. He wants to go to graduate school as well. He is playing water polo, He's been playing that since he was in Catholic school. And you're on here, and he's finding his group of people, which I'm glad he did have a group to go to, and it was like the minorities of this college coming together that had less than everybody else. And one of his roommates, he basically was saying how he was there because his daddy made him go there. And I think the daddy wanted him to be in either realty or whatever, but he wanted to be a writer and all that stuff. And, the dad just, he just needed to please the dad because he just couldn't do that. He knew the dad wasn't going to support it or whatever if he wanted to be a writer and all that stuff. And So he kept his life secret for the most part about his father. He didn't let people know what was going on within this group. You got Camila Cabello up in there. I said, I know the fuck that ain't that girl. Girl, let me tell you something. So they were sitting there, when we first see her, they sitting down there talking about the subtle racism and the racism, outward racism that be going on and that they have to experience and everything, being up there at the school, and she giving and talking about it. And I said, I know you not talking of all people. Did they come out and say that she was being a little racist back in the day or something like that? I said, now, Camilla. Camilla. Girl, you up there with Gina Rodriguez. Remember when she said, you niggas give me the hippie jippies? I said, now you know damn well you ain't needed to sing that part. But yeah, I said, this is interesting. And she wound up becoming his girlfriend. And then what part of... I just knew she was going to piss me off. I just knew she was going to piss me off because at one point, he was stressed out. He had to wake up, and then he wound up telling her about the fact that, a friend of his is in jail and he's coming up for an appeal and he's nervous about it, stressing him out and all that, without telling her that it was actually his dad. Now, see, at one point, the daddy had called from jail to the phone in his dorm, and he made sure that his dorm mate didn't answer the phone because he didn't want nobody to know that his father wasn't in prison. Okay, and see, the father got upset, and his feelings a little bit because of that too. And I just feel like he was so stressed out and he had so much responsibility that was placed on him because he was working on trying to become this person that he wanted to become in a field that, is very hard. That chemistry shit, I told y'all, listen, if you ain't never hear me say it, I'm going to tell you now. I was good in science all the way up until we started doing chemistry. And this was in high school. I ain't getting less than a B plus in any type of science, okay? That's probably was the lowest grade I had ever got. Then chemistry hit. Girl, that was the first time I seen a C on my... I said, oh my God, what is this? That shit used... I said, oh no. Chemistry came through and whooped my ass. And I'm like, it's nothing but a bunch of equations and shit to put together. Why is I'm not getting this? And I would say I was okay with math. I'm a little rusty now. Like, I know the basic and shit. But, give me some geometry and algebra and trick. Girl, go to hell. Calculus, go to hell, bitch. Sine, cosine, tangents. Why the fuck do we need to know that? I'm not finna use that. I mean, maybe you gonna use it, but I'm not gonna use that. So why do I need to retain that? I have not, okay? And that shit fucked me up in school too. I said, girl, let me get the hell up out of here. But bitch, I made it. I made it, okay? But yeah. So you got that, and at one point, when he found out that, the dad just really wanted him to get a lawyer. And I feel like, no, it wasn't no, I feel like he really was being pressured by the daddy at one point too, to get a lawyer, so that he can actually get on the good, side and try to get somebody that's going to actually help him and give a damn about his case and not a public defender or whatever, because all of the appeals was coming back and he kept on losing them or whatever. And he was pissed off, and I said, I know you frustrated that you not out in the free world, but you can't be putting all this pressure on your son, okay? He is still technically a child, a young adult, trying to do all of this, trying to shoulder all of this stuff that you got yourself into, and I need to read the book because I need to understand exactly how did this happen, and did they ever come across the people or the person who actually did kill those ladies, because he didn't do it. He went to jail and he lost his life in prison to an illness because of something that he did not do. And that goes to show the corruption that always happens for the most part. We've seen that always happening up in in the prison system, in the justice system, black people, especially black men, being falsely accused, and being set up, you know what I'm saying? And then going to prison for a big stretch of their lives. A lot of their years being taken away from them, and to come to find out they're innocent. I can't stand it, and it happens so many times, and that's that's probably why this was, I was striking a chord with it or whatever. Like, it was cool with me, because it was so well done. It was so well done, if you ask me. Um, so in order to get this good lawyer, it's gonna cost a lot of money. So of course, the way that he thinking, he like, well, fuck it, let's go sell some weed. Cause they see that the white boys be selling weed on campus and don't nobody do nothing. So hell, maybe let me go ahead and sell some weed on campus. And I said, baby boy, keywords, white boys, okay? You are a black man, a young black boy, a young black man, whichever one. I would call him a young black man, okay? But he's still a little boy because I honestly, I think he was still a freshman or something like that. Anyway, he was taking the stuff from the lab at the school, and the teacher found out about it eventually. And, once he got in trouble because they had a party and they were selling weed up in the dorms and all that stuff, somebody snitched on him. And, they had the security and the police come up in there trying to see if he had some stuff, but he didn't because they threw it out the window before he could get caught with anything. But he still had his reputation tarnished to the point that he almost didn't walk with his class. He almost got expelled. And the teacher that was going to give him a recommendation for grad school, she took it back. I said, bitch, now you know damn well. She was like, I don't know, I don't want to know what you was doing with it, but, this ain't acceptable. I get it. At the same time, you could have let that slide, Miss Lady. You could have let that slide, okay? I mean, he ain't hurting nobody. He was just, accidentally stopping it. But anyway, yeah, it was just Louise. So, And what bothered me was this is where we get into that whole situation. I feel when we say a lot of black people these days, especially after the election, don't call us people of color, okay? Don't call us a POC because we not with all the POCs because the POCs don't even fuck with us like that. They look at us real dirty, okay? And as if they better and they can talk out the side of their neck. Now, let me tell you something. Camila Cabello, her character name was Naya. Naya and him wound up hooking up and getting together and all this stuff. She wound up telling him, why don't you just go ahead and live your life or whatever? Why do you have to take on all of this stuff? Okay, fine. I understand what you're saying. Yeah, he do need to live and everything and not be so heavily focused about his daddy. But at the same time, that's his father. That's something that he really passionate about, and he feel like his father didn't do this stuff, right? So then you get this scene when she finds out that he's selling drugs and all this stuff, and I'm like, well, you having a problem with the fact that he finna be selling drugs when he's selling drugs on campus, and yet I'm pretty sure you be smoking and stuff. So what's the issue, girlfriend? The way that she became so disrespectful and rude to him, and then talk about, son, you doing this for somebody that you don't even know if they really innocent. Because I said, excuse me, the way that she was throwing that doubt out there and making it seem as if, do you really think that he didn't do it? Okay, you doing all this stuff and you don't even know if he really did it or not. And I'm just sitting here like, damn, bitch, if you think that I don't know, for some reason it registered in my head as, you just think if a black man is accused of doing something, in your mind, he did it. That's just what it was coming off as. The way that she read him like that. And then they broke up. You know what I'm saying? She gonna go back to Brazil after graduation and all that stuff. I was like, take your ass back. I said, you is a nasty bitch for saying that shit. The man need comfort. The man need, even if you want to make him say that, what he's doing is risky and he don't need to be doing it, you ain't have to throw all that shit up in there. And so now he doubting, trying to see if he really did do this. So he go see the last time that we really see him, see his dad, because the appeal got rejected. The last appeal got rejected. And then he finds out that he has brain cancer, the dad, and that he only got like 6 months to live. That's why he was doing all this stuff, trying to get the money for him or whatever. So he visiting the dad up, and so he can get some, medicine for him, right? So he up there talking to the dad. He's basically, it felt like he was on his last stretch, and he was in an infirmary of, I believe, the hospital or the jail hospital. I don't know. Either way, they was there. And he gonna ask him, can you tell me the truth? Did you do it? And so the dad got really, really upset. And he was like, so this whole time you thought that I did it? That's what you was thinking? You was doing all this because you thought that I did it and all that stuff? And he was like, no, but I just needed to know. You know what I'm saying? And the dad never said yes or no, but the way that he reacted, he was so hurt. So that told me that, yeah, he didn't do it. Okay? And then that was probably like the last time that he spoke to him, because next thing you know, he passed away. And so you no longer have him working to do, and I don't know how it feels to be trying to help somebody so bad and put forth all this time and energy towards trying to, get them out of a messed up situation, and then it fails in the end because either they pass away or the system is just against them and not budging, and you putting forth all this money, this time, this sweat, this blood, this tears, and nothing comes of it. That'll mess me up so bad. And especially in a situation like this, when it comes out that he truly was an innocent person. And we'll tell you exactly how we know that he was innocent, and how that there are police people that really would just try to suppress things and hide evidence and intimidate witnesses and things of that such, just because of whatever reason they have, whatever agenda or quota they got to meet and all this stuff, and just basically pure racism. And so we get that he winds up graduating from Yale. He winds up, legitimately getting a job this time. Him and his friends getting together. He's putting together, he one of those people that literally wanted to buy up the blocks and to come back and renovate them, because his father's house at one point had caught on fire. He wanted to buy that house and renovate it, put it back on the market, and, build the streets back up, okay? And I was very much here for it. He wound up getting his own realty group. A friend from college was helping him, with some of the capital, some of the, supplies and all of that stuff. His friends was doing it too. And so everybody was eating, and everybody, he had it going on. He put out there that he was going to start doing this. He put his mind to it, and he went on ahead and started building those houses. Okay. And in the meantime, to get that legal capital, he was working back at his old school, the private school. And, it was just so refreshing to see the teacher and student relationship, and to see these young black boys just so interested and so invested in science and everything, and liking him and wanting to learn what he'd learned from Yale and all of that stuff. They looked up to him. And I just feel like every child needs that. When they go to school, they need a teacher that's going to be heavily invested into them, trying to get them to the right place, not that negative shit or anything. And I just love seeing it. I had a teacher like that when I was growing up. My teacher was Miss Alicia. I hope she's still alive. I need to go look and see. She was like my favorite teacher. And she even told my mama, I don't understand why you have her in this school. She needs to be somewhere else that's going to actually truly, truly challenge her. Because, bitch, I was a smart kid. I don't know what happened after, let me say, listen, college came and, hey, I wasn't the only smart kid, bitch. All right, so yeah, we need that. I believe all students need that. Then you have the fact that he's in the housing market, right? And everything is going well until all of a sudden, bitch, the housing market come, that bust, when that bubble burst in 2008. Baby, it was so many people that was affected by that, and he just so happened to be affected by that, and they was in a hole for $200,000. And one of his friends was really, really upset, and he was just going off because he put everything that he had in it, and he had a child. So it's like, basically, I get nothing out of this. And so what he goes back to, he said, let's go ahead and sell this weed again. Mind you, this time is different because he's not selling it on campus where there is no territory type of situation going on. Okay, you got the white boys doing it. Okay, I'm going to come in. I'm going to do what I got to do over here. And ain't nobody finna do no, oh, you on my turf type of situation. This ain't power. Okay, no. So what wound up happening is, and I even was thinking, I said, I know y'all in East Orange, New Jersey, but it's a lot of gangs that was popping up back then and still there now. And I just know when niggas start selling stuff on the streets or whatever, and then you selling big quantities or whatever, and you using people that you really can't trust, because the dude that led the dude that was head of the turf or whatever to his place, I didn't trust his ass once he gave him the stuff and he said, where you get this from and why you want it to be sold so fast. I said, why are you asking questions? Just go do your damn job and do it. Girl, I said, I knew he was an issue. I knew he was going to be an issue. And sure enough, but he was going to do what he had to do to get that money back, get everybody out of trouble, because his whole thing is he's a problem solver. That's what he is. He's a problem solver. No matter if it affects him, as long as everybody else is good, he is okay with doing what he has to do, whether, selling weed or whatever, putting his life on the line just to make sure everybody else is good. And I don't want to be doing something that I'm going to have to be looking over my shoulder because I'm encroaching on other people's territories. You know what I'm saying? And that's literally what he was doing, sleeping in the car, all of that, excuse me. And then, he's filling out his his graduate school application. And that's the last thing that we hear in the narration, him talking about it and reading it off. We hear him reading what he was writing there. And then, he winds up getting into a shootout with one of the people that didn't like the fact that he's coming in on their territory and, basically taking customers from them. And you didn't get permission to do that or whatever. You just pop your ass up in there and you just start selling shit. The laws of the streets is just, it's a lie. It's a ruthless thing, right? And there was a shootout that ensued and he wound up getting shot and killed. 30 years old. And all of this was because he was trying to pay people back for the money that they lost in the housing burst. I was like, damn, that was so fucked up. And then what was so, I like how they did it at the end where we see Mary J. Blige sitting in her chair and we hear like this ocean breeze or whatever. I think it was like raining outside. And then she turns around and she sees the young Robert that we saw at the very beginning of the movie, right? And earlier in the movie when he was talking to Naya, he said every time it used to rain, he'd go outside afterwards and sit on the steps and listen to the cars go past and hear the tires, hitting the puddles in the street because it'll sound like being on the beach, being at the ocean, being at the water. And he'll close his eyes and he'll imagine that's where he's at. And so when she turned around at the very end after he passed away, we see that he's sitting on the porch doing the same thing, but then it goes into this little him sitting on this log looking out into the ocean, actually hearing the ocean, seeing the ocean, the seagulls. And she was like, I wish I would have been able to see what you would have become. You know what, girl? That shit took me out right in there. I held it together all that time, even when the stuff happened to him. But when she said that line, girl, I said, The movie really wasn't. It was good, okay? It was good for a Netflix movie. And like I said, Netflix, y'all need to start really, really, really promoting some of these movies, especially these black movies, because a lot of them be good. A lot of them be good. And I'd be like, I didn't even know this was on here. I would not have known had my what his name? My coworker would have told me. Raw Peace. That is a really good movie. You guys give it a look. Tell me how you feel. Put some other movie suggestions down at the bottom as well if you have any. I'm in the process. Let me tell you what I've been watching. So, I have to watch From, but I'm not going to start that yet because I'm trying to finish series after series after series. I don't want to do a series and then break up into that series and go into another one. I need to finish the whole thing, right? So, at the moment, what I'm catching up on. I watched Interview with the Vampire, okay? I already watched the first episode. I mean, not the first episode. I'm done with the first season. I'm about to start the second season. Okay, so that's like 8 episodes. Then after that, I'm going to look at From. A few people keep on saying, Ash, you gotta watch it. I will. Hopefully by the end of this week, I'll start on it, okay? Because I believe if I go ahead and watch Interview with the Vampire Season 2, I'll probably be done with that before Thanksgiving. If not, my sister make me watch it while I'm over there. Because she the one that got me onto it, right? Also, y'all, did y'all watch Fight Night on Peacock with Taraji P. Henson, Kevin Hart, Chloe, Samuel L. Jackson, Terrence Howard, and them? Bitch, let me tell you something. And Pinky from Friday, Clifton Powell. Girl, he played Mushmouth. When I realized who that was, I said, "Oh my goodness!" It was everybody and their mama up in that movie. Okay, and not movie, but it was a TV series. Okay, and it's on Peacock. It's only like 8 episodes, and they're like a length of less than an hour, maybe an hour. Like the first episode, probably an hour, but then it's like 50, 45 minutes episodes after that if you haven't watched it yet. I finally went on ahead and watched it, and I watched it all in one setting, and it was good. It was funny. It was everything. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Terrence Howard, I will say, and they had that camera all up in his face. They had that camera all up in his face. I said, now Terrence Howard is, how the fuck old is that man? How old is Terrence Howard? He is 55 years old. He looked at least 35 up in that movie, in that TV series. And mind you, they put the cameras, like I said, all up in his face. And I was like, unless there's a lot of makeup on him. And I saw the pores. He still looked the fuck good. I said, you know what? It looked like he lost some weight for the role and everything. I said, you know what? All right. You a little, what you got going on in your bloodline? But yeah, I don't look at light skins like that. I said, you know what, Terrence? All right, I get it. Y'all remember when he played Jackie in the American Dreams, the Jacksons? I said, oh, look at that. But yes, it was a nice time. That's what I watched. That was really, really good though. It's one of those shows that, and I rarely do these new shows will rewatch the series. I can sit down and rewatch that series again because it was really that good to me. But yeah, put that in the comments, another movie or something that you guys would suggest me watch. Who signed into my Hulu account? Okay, my mama. I do want to go see Wicked, and I do want to go see Gladiator 2. Baby, I don't know why I thought that I was going to be able to go see it this weekend. Given the fact that Wicked has been the talk of the town. Okay, Wicked has been the talk of the town, and Denzel Washington has been doing the whole brunt of the whole promotion of Gladiator 2. I ain't seen nobody else, unless I ain't looking. I ain't been seeing nobody else talk about that movie the way that Denzel. He been a one-man promotional circus. That's just what he was. Okay, I don't know why I thought I was gonna be able to go ahead and go watch that. Everybody and their mama is up at the theaters. And I mean, every time I go look, I'm like, okay, this is full. And I don't like going to the theaters and having somebody sit next to me. I really don't. So I'll probably go with it next week, the end of this week. I'll give it a whole weekend and then I'll go see it. But yeah, you guys tell me how y'all feel. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful week, and I hope you have a great holiday with your family, even if you just with yourself or not. I hope that you have a good one. I really do. And I'll see y'all later. Peace.